Hello students, welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson, we'll be discussing potato latkes and homemade applesauce. This is a continuation of our Hanukkah series. Let's hop right into it. First things first, we need to peel 6 potatoes. This is about 2.5 pounds. You can see me doing this at lightning speed, no need to go this fast yourself, take your time. Alternatively, you can keep the peels on if you prefer, just make sure they're clean. If you don't compost, you can dispose of these however you prefer, but if you do, make sure you place the potato skins with the rest of your compostable items.
Now you face the shredder.
The shredder?
The next step is to shred the potatoes. We want to use the large holes when shredding these. These latkes will resemble normal hash browns because of this, but it's simply another way to make them. Be careful when you get down to the end of each potato. If you have a glove that protects your hand while cutting, this is the perfect time to use it. Since we are waiting on me to shred these potatoes, I want to briefly touch on the history of latkes. Poverty was high among the Eastern European Jews, so anything low in price became a must-have. Initially, latkes were made with curd cheese or ricotta and fried in butter, then served with fruit preserves. Once potatoes arrived in Eastern Europe near the end of the 16th century, they took over latke duty. When you're done shredding, fill the bowl up with water until the potatoes are covered and let it sit. In the meantime, peel an onion, then cut it in half. This recipe only uses half a medium onion. Add more or less for your tastes. I'll say that I'm not fond of onions myself, but the flavor wasn't very strong in the end. Be careful while grating these as well. At least this particular onion was juicy, so there was juice flying around everywhere. That's why you see me take a step back. I also used a small knife to cut some larger pieces I couldn't grate smaller. The next step is to strain the potatoes and onions and get as much water out as possible. You may be able to tell that I'm only straining the potatoes here. I ran into an issue while making these, particularly right before I fried them, where there was way too much liquid. So I took the entire mixture and strained it. If you strain the potatoes and onions together though, you shouldn't have to do it again later. Try to get as much liquid out as possible. A cheesecloth would be a good option here. Simply place everything inside of one, wrap it up, and wring it dry. The next step is to make our matzo meal. You can buy this at the store, but we had no such luck, so we decided to make it. To do so, we are simply taking a pack of matzo and processing it. You want it to be similar to breadcrumbs. If you don't have or want to use matzo or matzo meal, you can easily use breadcrumbs as a replacement, or you can even use saltine crackers and process them similarly to how I do in this video. Now we grab the rest of the ingredients and mix everything together. First, we have 3 tablespoons of butter. Next, a 1/4 cup of our matzo meal, or substitute if applicable. Then, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Then 2 eggs, beaten. Next, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And finally, 2 teaspoons of salt. Mix everything until it is well combined. Now heat oil in a pan. You will only need about 1/8 an inch. Try to make sure the pan has high sides if possible to prevent as much splash as you can. I used peanut oil in this case, but vegetable oil will work too. As long as the oil shimmers, you should be good. Add the mixture to the oil 1/4 cup at a time, then flatten it out a bit. Watch your hands here as the oil might splash from the mix hitting it. After about 3 minutes, flip them. Then wait another 3 to 4 minutes until both sides are golden and crisp. You can tell I had some issues flipping them here. Since they're being fried, they're slippery and just slip right off the spatula. If you're able to use a pair of tongs, that would make it easier. Once both sides are fried, take them out of the pan and place them on paper towels to drain. Continue to do this until all of the mix is fried. Once they've cooled, you can certainly eat these on their own. You can even dip them in sour cream. But a traditional Jewish option, and this may sound weird, is applesauce. There isn't a lot of documented history on why applesauce is used as a topping, so we are only theorizing. It originated from serving the latkes with a fruit spread, and like potatoes, apples were cheap and in abundance. Applesauce is also light and sweet, so it cuts through the oil and gives a nice contrast to the potatoes and onions. To make your own applesauce, the first step is to take about 6 pounds of apples, or about 10 to 12, and peel and cut them into 1-inch cubes. We used half Gala and half Granny Smith. Place the cubes into a large pot with a 1/2 cup of water. You can also use apple juice or white wine. Then add 2 cinnamon sticks, and optionally you can add cloves, allspice, ground ginger, or nutmeg. We added about 1.5 to 1 teaspoon of each here. We kind of ballparked it, and it came out a little bit too spicy. but it was still excellent and the flavor was amazing. If you're going to add these spices, we recommend using stricter measurements so you can avoid making it too spicy for yourself. Cover the pot and turn the flame on high. Once you see the liquid begin boiling, change the heat to medium-high. Cook until the apples are soft. This will take at least 30 minutes, but could take up to an hour. If it seems runny, continue to cook until desired consistency, stirring regularly. Note that this will be slightly chunky. You can see that I try to break up some of the larger chunks with a spoon, but I didn't get all of them on purpose. They provide a nice texture difference. The apples may also begin burning on the bottom, but it will mix in and provide some nice flavor and color. Now it's time for some family taste testing. Okay.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, oh, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh my gosh.
I've made a huge
Is that good?
mistake.
You like it? You want more?
No.
No!
Okay.
Okay. Now for the Latkes taste test. We first tasted them on their own, and they tasted pretty darn good. Like I said before, the onion flavor is not very strong. We then tried it with the applesauce, and Miranda really liked it. But personally, I thought it was a little odd. I enjoy both separately, but not together. In either case, both of these are excellent, and we highly recommend you try them out. You can certainly make the applesauce on its own. It's fast and easy, and you can customize it however you want. Throw some berries in there for some different flavors, or some caramel to make it caramel applesauce. The sky's the limit. Thank you for sticking with us to the end. We hope you enjoyed. If you try these recipes, let us know how they come out in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future lessons. Have a great day, and we hope to see you next time.